So I'm still walking that road after I cross the bridge. I cross the Tulameen River with my bare feet, and I come to this point. I have no clue what it means. What white sands? Like beach or something else? Uneven trail surface. Well, I'm telling you one thing. I'm not gonna go 2 kilometers to find out what white sands are. Instead, I will go and explore this branch, which kind of takes you towards to the river, at least, and see where it goes. It's still August 13, 2025, Wednesday, and it's around 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Very pleasant day, except it's very windy. Okay, what it says here. Mining company owner David Brooks, sell ID Tulameen. I guess they're still digging gold and platinum here. That's my guess. Looks like I'm going to mine, to find a mine or something. But this kind of takes me towards the river. That's very pleasant for the tea. Well, let's find out. Well. Found something interesting. Ghostal Beer Camp. Permission required. Active mining in progress. See washroom. Yeah, I see some stuff on there. No, I'm not gonna go. I go back. I'm about to cross the Tulameen River back to the other side, to campsite. But I have to be careful here because it's very slippery because of the dust. I don't know where to step. Doesn't matter where you step, it's still sliding down. Look. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. Licky moly. Okay. I guess I'm going back to the campsite. I'll cross it somewhere here. Over there. Let's see what I can do. Man, where is the best spot? I guess there is no best spot. So I take my shoes. I'll take my shoes and go. Oh man. Okay. Am I ready? I guess so. Just don't fall, please. Please do not fall. It's so slippery. Water is super warm. Damn, where should I go? By crossing Tulameen River. I'm already losing control. Shit, and some fly is bugging me. So, almost there. So slippery. I see my buddy sitting in a chair. Good for him. Okay, I've done my first section. Holy crap. Granite Creek historical site. The gold was discovered here in 1885, and as that memorial says, year later after discovering the gold by, I believe his name was Johnny Chance, year later it was the third biggest town in British Columbia. This is all what is left from those years. Not much. Yeah, John Chance. And the Granite Creek itself is down there. A lot of gold was there. During 1 year they dug like close to 200,000 of those money gold worth, so you can imagine, but it was probably much more than that. Nevertheless, I'm going back to the car to put those in. I took some brochure. Granite Creek from Gold Town to Ghost Town. Nevertheless, I'm walking through the town, which was booming in 1886. and now it's nothing. You can see it. And after this we drive to the graveyard for more exploration. Okay. After heat went down, we decided to visit Granite Creek graveyard, like cemetery, and see those empty holes. It's supposed to be the graves of Chinese people who was digging gold here. At that time, around 1886, 1885, they were not allowed to be buried with the other people there. So they had their own graves here, but some time back someone came and decided to dig them out, their bones, supposedly moving them to China, which never happened. So they dug the bones out of the graves, took them, but never shipped them to China. What's happened to the remains of those people is unknown. So anyway, and the first two graves were put here, and I believe I will go there in 1886, year after the gold rush started. And since then it kind of expanded. And by the way, this is the grave of the lady, very respectful, by the way, by the people at that time, who owned a brothel in Granite Creek, and she was rich and she donated a lot of money to the society. She was a respected lady, but they didn't want to bury her on the official side of the graveyard. They bury her here on the left side with the Chinese. So, and I don't know how many graves in here, but if you look, there is a board. I don't want to step on someone's grave. Many graves are unknown. It says unnamed, unnamed, unnamed. But if you come here, you can see at the board, and it tells you whose graves are here by the names and the year and everything. The very first one, I believe, was 1886. I don't know if you can see it on the board. Oh yeah, right there. 1886, May 2nd, unknown. So they don't know who it is. It just says 1886. And in those two graves, the very first one, are here. Now they know the names. I just spoke to the two people who is taking care of this graveyard. It says unnamed, but they know who it is now. Unnamed again. And they made a kind of metal plates. They will place them here later on, so it won't be unnamed anymore, I guess. So those two graves are the very first one at the Granite Creek. And I asked what's happened to those people. Were they shot by the kind of bandits? They said nope, they probably died from disease. And this is another very famous guy for Granite Creek. His name was Cook, family name. Nevertheless, this section of the graveyard is dedicated to scattered cremains. You can just spread your ashes here. And what else? This is unknown. This is very old as well. Someone died in 1938, 1936, long time ago. Very nice view, by the way, from here. And unnamed. I didn't see what that cross is yet, but I will. And then we go back to campsite to have a tea. Yep, that's the story of the graveyard of Granite Creek, the gold rush town. Now it's time to go back and have a tea. We spent the second night at Granite Creek recreation site, and beautiful, peaceful. And in the morning we have a breakfast, pack up, and went to Tulameen town, which is here behind us. But we drove straight to the Otter Lake. I believe it calls Otter Lake. And this area is full of cabins. It's not like permanent houses, but some cabins are huge, like you can live in there forever. But this is I'm wondering how warm it is. Let me see. It's warm. You can swim if you want to. Yeah, oh, you're flying. Every day it's windy, I don't know why. We came from there. The Tulameen town is right behind us. It's basically one main street and small branches left and the right. And this is it, not much. And I want to check out this side. And the lake is very warm. Well, maybe it's because I put my hand in there, not the whole body. Ooh, look at this. Yeah, someone's house. Yeah, very nice. Anyway, we want to explore more than this. We want to go back to Coleman City and try to drive dirt road to White Sand Beach on Tulameen River. And this is it. Not much to show you. Just bunch of cabins left and right this side of the road. Beautiful day. And we are in the middle of August, believe it or not. Oh, the gate which goes nowhere. Maybe it does. Really? So we're doing a little tour around Tulamin town, Coleman Road. That's the end of there. It says not through road. I wouldn't go there. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, some cabins are very nice here. Yeah, a little tour around Tulamin town. Full of nice cabins. But in the winter it's probably hell boring.
You know, this would be a good place to make a business because there is one. So if you open up anything.
Sasquatch is on the road. Do you see Sasquatch?
Yeah.
Standing right there. Yeti, Sasquatch, Bigfoot.
I bet a few people have been tricked by that.
Sasquatch.
That's funny.
Yep. We're now way back from Princeton because my body was tired driving and started to fall asleep. I asked him to pull over to this beautiful spot, Cascade Wreck area, which has a trailhead to Dudney and Snass Mountain and Whatcom. Anyway, I was here on Sunday and Monday this week, just this week. On Sunday we went that direction at 4:15 in the afternoon on our way to the Dudney Whatcom loop trail, and we came out of this forest on Monday at 2 a.m. That was fun. From this point back to this point it was 26 kilometers non-stop. Well, we did stop for some breaks, but man, 26 clicks. It's a long hiking through the mountains with elevation gain of 1000 meters vertical. Nevertheless, I am back to this beautiful spot and nobody is around. It's just two of us, and I'm making my tea. I actually made my tea. Buddy is sleeping in the car. and I'm going to have my tea and a cookie. My stove. My stuff and my tea. Oh shoot, that's my paper. No, that's not mine. Holy moly. Yeah, I was here on Sunday and I was here on Monday. And I'm back again. What is that? Skagit River. Yep. Interesting. Black bear, grizzly bear. I didn't see any on the trail, but I'm sure they're there, especially there in the Dudney Valley. Yep. I'll come back again, no doubts about that. Well, I'm going to the creek to wash off my cup after the tea, and I can tell you for sure, starting this moment, like beginning of the trail, that direction, no human beings, I would say, for the next 30 to 40 kilometers, maybe 30, at least not until Tulameen Forest Service Road. Since there is no single car on the parking lot, that means nobody is hiking Dudney Watcom Trail, which we did on Sunday, Monday, and nobody is climbing Snass Mountain. Otherwise some car will be here, which means the direction I'm going, there's nobody there for kilometers and kilometers and kilometers. So if you continue this way, you literally alone for till you hit Tulameen or something, which is probably 50 to 60 kilometers this way. And for me, I just need a creek to wash off my cup, and this is it. And after a short break, we will continue driving towards Hope Slide Memorial area, another stop by the way, and after that I guess back to Vancouver. Tomorrow is a heavy rain, and Friday, Saturday rain until Sunday, I believe. So we will be more or less stuck at home, and nothing we can do about it. Okay. Holy moly. Here we go again. Whew. Anyway, wait. What's happened to the water? On Monday it was a water here. On Monday morning I was taking water in here. Man, creek disappeared in 3 days. Ha! Thank you very much. How do I supposed to wash my cup now if there is no water? Damn. It's only 3 days passed since I was here, and it was a creek with Russian water. Oh my god. What they're supposed to do now? At least give me some puddle or something. Well, that's weird. Not even traces of water. That's not nice. Man. What the heck? What are I supposed to do now? Maybe I should look for gold. Since water is not here, maybe I can find gold nuggets at the bottom, or rubies, or emerald, or whatever the heck, to compensate absence of water. Usually you cannot walk here because it's Russian water. Now it's like dry. Do you see any gold nuggets? Would be nice. Even rocks still wet. And it smell wet like water, but no water. High bridge over nothing. Oh well, what can I say? I guess my cup will be unwashed since river disappeared. I'll go back. Yeah, I'm standing in the middle of the Snass Creek. There's no water in it. Look around. I'm going back. Now it's 10 to 5 in the afternoon, and on our way back to Vancouver we made the last stop at so-called Hope Slide Memorial. It's right here. So what happened on January 9th, 1965, half of the mountain came down, crashed to the old highway, and unfortunately at that moment, right at that spot, was two cars. Each car had two people in it, and you see their names here. Those people were never recovered from the landslide because they buried way down under the millions of tons of rocks anyway. So this describes you what's happened. Man, there used to be a lake. Look, there was a highway and a lake, and now it's 70 meters tall rock formation. Yeah. The Hope Slide, January 9, 1965. Very sad story. So, and what it looks like is here. Oh, by the way, what's that? And we came all the way from that direction, from Princeton. It's getting cold, man. It was 30 degrees plus yesterday, now I'm kind of shivering. I don't know what that is. So this is where all of that happened. All that mountain crashed down on the highway, and unfortunately at that moment was two cars in there, and they're still there. Those four people whose names you saw on the board, Still 70 meters down under the rocks. Man, it's getting cold. Windy and cold. It's beautiful, but can you imagine the power of this landslide? It used to be looking like that, green forest, and now it looks like this. For whatever reason my body moved the car, I don't know why. Oh, it's cold. The weather changed in freaking half a day, maybe less.